Hi guys! Today we're going to look at how to create your own Google site. This can be used not only for a class website, but also to use, as we're going to use for this training, for creating a web quest. So we're going to talk about first how to set your site up and how to add pages, and then we'll look at what a web quest actually looks like. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go to google.com. So we're going to go www.google.com, and then you should already be logged in. If you're not, you would have a sign in button. But as you can see, here's my name and here's my picture, and if I weren't logged in, it would say sign in. There would be a button to sign in, and you would just do so. So right here are your applications for Google, and there's lots of them. But we're going to click on the 9 squares, and then we're going to click on the application for sites. Now these are all of the sites that I've created, but we're going to create our own site. And while there are other website creation applications out there, I kind of like Google better because it's a little bit more user-friendly and the learning curve is a little bit lower. So even beginners can use it. So we're going to click on Create, and then we're going to decide what kind of template you want to use. So a template is going to basically give you a style of a website and sort of limit your design options. You can select a blank template, which is what we're going to do, and then you can always change what the background looks like. So the most important thing is to name your site. Call it anything you want to call it. So for this, let's call this WebQuest Training. And what will happen is right here, you'll start to see your website, your web address, begin to populate. Then we're going to click Create. And I always hate this thing. This is to make sure that we're real people. I hope I got that right. And as you can see, it says creating up. Okay, so we have to change because the name of our site isn't available. So let's call this WebQuest Training 15. And there we have it. Now we have our website. This is your home page, and then what you can do is you can populate your site with different pages. So let's just walk through some of the tools that we have here. The first thing, this is the Edit Page tool, the little pencil. You click on that and it loads an editor, and you can type information in. So I'm going to type in this is the home page. You can, and then once you type, you want to always click, once you type your information in, you want to always click Save. Going back to the pencil again just to show you a couple of more things. You can also insert images, links to websites, lines, a table of contents, YouTube videos. So if you wanted to put a YouTube video in there, you could add that, and you would just simply click on YouTube, and then you would enter in whatever the YouTube address is, and it would actually, and I'll show you what it looks like when you look at the WebQuest. You can insert a table, you can change the layout, and then you also have the help button. If you notice, these look a lot like the same. This looks a lot like the dashboard for Microsoft Word, minus a couple of bells and whistles. So once again, I'm going to click Save. And then we're going to come over here. Oh, actually, we'll come back to this one. More actions are just other things that you can do. For example, seeing the revision history, seeing how many times the page has been changed. Subscribing to page changes, but since you own the website, you probably will be the only one changing it. Printing, copying the page. So if you have two of the same page, You just can copy it instead of reinventing the wheel. The page templates are, you can make this a template or you can change the template that we currently have. So remember those specialized designs in the front? We can actually change our site. And site actions, edit the site layout, managing the site, which I'm going to click on. And here's where you can manage basically everything that's related to your site. You can put a pop-up notice up, welcome to my website, a site description. These are not mandatory. You can change the landing page, but we're going to leave it as the home page. And this also tells you how much space you have, which we have 100 megabytes left. That's a lot of space. If you want to copy this site, let's say for example you create a classroom website and then you go to another school and you just want to copy that site, you can click copy this site and it'll copy it. Delete this site, you click on that, click delete, and it is going to ask you, and I'll click on it, it is going to ask you, do you really want to delete? And we don't really want to. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the theme, because right now our website's pretty bland. It's just all white, no flair. So we're going to change the background. And I don't recommend using anything too busy, but we're going to, right up here where it says base theme, that's going to be where we're going to change our background. So we're going to go with something with a little bit of flair in it. So we're going to go with glitter, just for purposes of showing you. And then you get a little preview, and you click, you see a preview of what it looks like. And then to get back to your website, you just click on WebQuest Training, which is the name of our site, right there. So now we have a home page. We want to add pages to our site. So you simply click on this plus sign, which says create a page. The other thing I like is when you touch on these, they tell you exactly what each button does. And you're going to give your page a name, just like we did for the website. So we're going to call this Here to Stay, just because. And you're going to decide where you want to put this. If you say you want to put it at the top level, then that means that it's going to be one of your main pages. If you put it under the home page, then that means it's going to be a sub page of the home page. So we're going to keep it on the top level, and we're going to create. And then here we have our page, and automatically you get the edit button. So I'm just going to type, and just so you know, this is just a little test. So then we're going to click save, and you can put images there. You can copy and paste into there. You can do anything you can do in a regular Word document or any document. And then let's create a sub page for Here to Stay. And we're going to call this one, Where Should I Go? And we're going to put this under the Here to Stay page. And we're going to click Create. And you don't have to worry about creating web addresses because it's going to automatically give them to you. And as you can see on our side, our top level pages are Home and Here to Stay, and our sub page is Where Should We Go? Where Should I Go? So once you've done that, you can continue to build your page and build your page and build your page, or build your site rather, sorry. And then you can share your web page, your website, because while it exists on the web, no one knows it's there until you tell them it exists. So you give whoever you want to share your address with, you give it this address to them, and then they can come and access your web page. So hopefully you have enjoyed. So let me just show you what a final WebQuest looks like. And it's right up here. So here you have a web quest on immigration policy. It's actually used for a 10th grade class. And you've got the teacher's homepage, and this is where you would put all your standards, objectives, and if you have technology standards. The task is what you actually want the students to do. And I'll provide the link for this in our resources on the wiki. The web quest process, what steps you want the students to take, and each step includes a link to somewhere else. I remember I mentioned YouTube videos. If you embed a YouTube video or put the link there, then the video itself is going to show and the students can just watch it right from the screen and without having to go to another page. Then, this is the culminating activity where the students have to work in groups to collectively represent a person. And this explains to them the activities, or the web quest process explains to them what their culminating activities are for. And then helpful resources and any assignment rubrics you want to include, which are very helpful for students as they're completing their web quest. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed this not so brief tutorial on how to create a Google website. Now, go forth and create. Thank you.